Hi everyone, if you're anything like me, you'll constantly see adverts all over Facebook and Instagram for these Stardust watches. As you can see, I've got 3 and I got these in a 3 for 2. In this video, I'm going to be giving you an in-depth review on these watches and the company, and I'll also be giving you a review on some of the fakes, so if you're interested in that, keep watching. I actually have an affiliate code for these watches, which I'm not going to post in the description box, because to be perfectly honest, I had some issues, and I don't think it's fair to try and get money off a company when I'm going to be saying some negative things about their product. And I really want to reassure the people who watch the reviews on this channel that they're 100% honest. It doesn't matter if I have an affiliate link, if I've been sent it for free, or if I'm going to be paid to review that product. I'm going to tell you honestly what I think it. A few months ago, I was offered a few £100 in product and a £500 payment if I gave something a positive review. I told them that I only give honest reviews, and they says they would only pay me if I gave a positive review. So I had to turn that money down. Now I know a lot of people do reviews for like 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, but to me £500 is a lot of money. But I'm not about to sit here and lie to people or just make things look good just for the sake of me getting paid for it. With that being said, let's get into the review of these watches. Just before I get into this review, I would just like to address all the trolls that are going to click on this video and say, nobody wears watches anymore, why don't you just use your phone? Well, the reason for that is I'm not allowed to use my phone in work, so I have to have a watch. Okay, thanks, let's go. I had been seeing the Stardust adverts on Instagram and Facebook for months, and I really wanted these watches, but at the same time I needed a pedometer, so I ended up going onto eBay to look for some sort of fake, and I ended up buying the pedometer version, which cost £31.99. I've now had this watch for over a year, and apart from the scratches on the face, it's in really good condition, and you don't even see the scratches once you've got this on. I wore this watch every day for about 3 months straight, and apart from these scratches on the screen, there's no other damage. None of this blue's scraped off. The strap hasn't faded. It's in really good condition. If you would like to see a full review on this, I'll leave the link in the description box below. But as of this moment, it still works. It just needs charged. Because I was forgetting to charge my pedometer sometimes, I decided to just buy a normal watch. I went onto eBay again and found another fake, and this was £2.99. When I received this in the post and it actually worked, I was shocked. I didn't think that a watch at £2.99 was actually going to work, and I was really pleased with it. I thought it was stunning. Now I'm going to give you a quick comparison between this and the real one. To me, these watches look very similar. Obviously there's a slight colour difference in the purple. The screen on the fake one is flat on the top, and the real one is kind of beveled. But other than that, they're really similar. They've even got a similar weight and feel. So I wore this watch for about 3 weeks, and I started noticing that some of the purple was coming off around the edges. And I didn't think it would really get that bad. But because I wear this to work, I must have caught it on something one day, and when I came home I noticed that this big chunk of purple had fell off, and I was quite gutted. But I mean, I had been wearing it for 3 weeks, and it did only cost £2.99, so I couldn't really complain. Overall, the rest of the watch stayed in really good condition, and I was still really pleased with it, even though it had a chunk missing off the side. So once that happened, I decided to just go all in and buy the real one. I bought these in the Stardust website, and they cost £54.45, which was £42.66. When they arrive, they come with this little card of authenticity. When you see these on the website, you see them in a fancy box, but I think you might only get that if you pay separately for it, or if you get it with a bracelet, because when I got these, they just came in little thin plastic clear envelopes with a little bit of cardboard in between. I was really surprised to see this because they came in the exact same packaging as the fake one. Because they were more expensive, I was expecting them to be packaged a little bit better, but I mean, you put the packaging in the bin most of the time, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. Each watch comes in different collections and different styles. You can order the watch with or without the brand name and with slightly different faces. Originally, I wanted the purple watch from the 2020 collection. Unfortunately, it was out of stock, but to be perfectly honest, there isn't that much of a difference. I also ordered the silver watch from the new summer collection. At the time of ordering this silver one was in the newest collection, and I thought this was absolutely stunning. I was shocked when I opened it up and seen how beautiful it was, so I started off by wearing this, and I wore it every day for about 3 weeks. I had no problems with it whatsoever. It was comfortable to wear, and you can tighten it to suit your wrist. It didn't slide off, and it was just perfect, and I got a lot of compliments on it. A few weeks later I decided to wear the red one, and this is where the problems really started. When you first get this, it's got a little bit of plastic in here to stop the battery from running out. So when I removed that and I was turning this, it was as if the hands weren't turning properly and they kept getting stuck. But I thought it would be fine, so I managed to set the time and went to work. About 2 hours later I noticed that the watch was 10 minutes slow. The next day I done the same again. I set the watch and the watch was about 10 minutes slow again. So I contacted Stardust, and I didn't really expect them to do anything because at this point I'd had the watches for over a month. But they asked me to send a picture of the packaging and my order number. And luckily enough I had kept the packaging, and I had only kept it because I was planning on doing a review. The watches just came in this envelope, and this is something that I would normally throw away, but luckily I kept it for my review. They also asked me to send a video to prove that the watch wasn't working, so in the video you could clearly see that I was turning this and the hands weren't moving. They got back to me pretty much straight away, and they ended up refunding 70% of the watch cost, so they gave me about £13.50 back. They also offered to send out another watch, but I chose to take the refund because of the other problems that I was having. I will admit that I DM'd them on Instagram and they got back to me basically straight away, and I had my money back within a few days. I had no problems whatsoever, so that was really good. Unfortunately, that isn't the only problems that I was having with this watch. I had been wearing this watch for about 3 days and I already noticed that the colour had started to come off it, and I was quite confused because when it happened to the fake one that cost $2.99, I kinda wasn't surprised. But as I mentioned, I had been wearing my pedometer one for over 3 months and I never had any problems with the colour coming off, so I expected these ones to be the same. In total, I wore this watch for about 5 days, and you can see all the colour that's came off the clip there. If I turn this round, you'll also see that the strap's really faded. I'll just lay it down here to give you a good look. Now when you think about the fact that I wore this purple one for weeks, and look at the strap on that, look at the clip. It's nowhere near the extent of this. Aye, alright, it's a bit faded, and aye, okay, that bit came off at the side, but I had been wearing it for weeks and it was a fraction of the price of this one. And when we look at those next to the one that I wore for 3 months, there's practically no fading on this. Okay, the strap is slightly faded, but the clip and everything is in excellent condition, so I don't understand why this one is so damaged after only 5 uses. At this point I haven't even wore the purple one yet, because I've decided that these coloured ones are probably best not to be wore to work. Now I'm quite disappointed about that because I managed to wear this to work with no problems whatsoever. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I have an affiliate link for these, which I'm not going to put in the description box because I honestly feel like I can't really recommend these. If you like the silver one, definitely buy it. I've had no problems with this whatsoever. I think it's absolutely stunning and I love it. This one is wrecked already. I mean, it didn't work to begin with, but the fact that it's faded so much and it's all scratched after 5 uses, there's just no way that I'm going to continue to use that, and I've got a refund for it anyway. The purple one I'm just going to have to wear when I'm not at work, which is a shame because I only bought them to wear to work. I've got no need to wear one when I'm outside. If you're someone who likes to wear a watch on a day-to-day basis and you like the look of these, I would honestly recommend you just go onto eBay and buy one of these for $2.99. Because when you're looking at the time on these, sometimes the light catches these bevels on the top, and although it is quite nice to look at, it can make it difficult to tell the time. With this one, you just look at the time and you see it straight away. It looks almost identical and it's a fraction of the price, so if you like the look of it, honestly just buy one of these. As for the pedometer, I highly recommend this. When I first bought it, I thought $31.99 might be a bit steep, but I've got a lot of good use out of it and it still works and it still looks good. I don't regret buying this whatsoever. There's so many Stardust products that I keep seeing advertised and I want to go back and order more, but I just can't justify paying that money when I know that I'm only going to get a few uses out of it. If they bring out another silver one with a different coloured face that I like, I will definitely go back and buy that. But other than that, I'm just going to continue buying the fakes. Let me know in the comments if you've been thinking about buying any of these watches, or if you already have one and what you thought of it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye!